Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another podcast special, Sports Talking with JB podcast special. I'm your host, JB, as always, and welcome into the show. Welcome to the channel. Now, we are here tonight on a Wednesday night. Did not have a show like we normally do on Tuesdays because I was at the 2025 IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl right here in Montgomery, Alabama, at the historic Crown Bowl. It was a great game between Troy and Jacksonville State, and we are here tonight to recap this game. And I made a pledge to myself. Any of these games that I get accepted to do, as media, I have to fill out my credential application, and I either get approved or denied. So any game that I get approved for, I'm going to do the preview show. I'm going to go to the press box, to the game, take my notes like I did last night. I do have notes. And I'm going to do a recap show the next day, no matter what. So I got to stick to my guns. I know you probably looking at me. I got bags on my eyes. I look tired. I'm a year older now. I just turned a year older a couple of days ago. But the work must be done, and the show must go on. So thank you guys for joining. Whether you're watching this live, I know a lot of people probably won't watch this live because who cares about a Salute to Veterans Bowl, right? I care about it because this is what I do. But if you're watching the replay, thank you. Thank you so much. Please do the 3 things I asked you to do on any other show. We need to keep it rolling. First of all, please hit the like button. Helps us get in the algorithm, helps the channel grow. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and share this to your people. Yes, indeed, man. We talking college football. We talking the state of Alabama was on the map last night, man. ESPN, we had the prime time game, 8 p.m. Central Time kickoff. It was a late game. I didn't get home till almost 1 o'clock a.m., but I'm here right now, and I'm happy to do it. Shouts out to Tiff. What's up with you? I really appreciate you, Tiff. Appreciate everybody for watching, everybody who comes and comments, and everybody who's a member of the channel. All right, speaking of this channel, let's run the sponsor. This channel, this whole network is sponsored by the one and only Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz. We're about a week before Christmas, man. So if you're doing some last-minute car shopping, you might want to get that lady a new Benz for Christmas or a pre-owned one. No, it's still a Benz. So go check the inventory out on location at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama, or you can check it out on the website at jackingrammercedes.com. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB podcast network. And it's been a great year, by the way, man. I really appreciate Jack Ingram for being a sponsor of this podcast network. Also, this show is sponsored by bowlseason.com. So this is pretty much your dictionary to the bowl season, right? All the games are listed right there. Go to the website at bowlseason.com. They update it. So it's probably a game going on right now. I'm pretty sure it's a game going on right now. But you can go check out bowlseason.com if you don't know what game is on and what time the game will be. Just check them out right there. Bowl season. We in it. Now, here to talk about this game, man. We're going to recap this. This was actually a great game, like I thought it would be on Tuesday night. Like I mentioned, 8 p.m. kickoff, Central Time, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. A lot of people probably fell asleep on the game last night because they had to go to work. But y'all some punks anyway. If it's a good football game on, you better stay up and watch it. I don't give a damn what time you got to go to work. You stay up and watch some good football. So we're going to recap this thing tonight, man. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the atmosphere. I got there about 2 hours before kickoff. And what I normally do, and I like this. It's my new routine when I get there. I go walk around, right? I get on the field and I go walk around and kind of, just check the vibes, just feel how everything is, the ambiance. I kind of go and get a feel of it. It was cold out there. So I just normally go down and take me some pictures, some videos, and take a lap around the field, around the outside of the field, come back up. This is actually a picture. This is from Press Box. So beautiful view right there, man. Shouts out to the IS4S Salute the Veterans Bowl Twitter account. They reposted this last night. I think this was probably like second quarter when I took this picture, maybe mid-second quarter. But it was a great turnout, man. Jackson State, I want to say Jack State out-attended Troy, if I had to guess. I mean, the side on the bottom right there, closest to on the bottom of the screen, that's Jack State. Over there is Troy. I mean, it could have been even, but I know after the game, when Jackson State was raising that trophy, right, they were the victors. You know, a lot of the fans stayed back and watched the ceremony. And by the way, you can check out, I posted 2 reels. I posted just a little reel of me last night, and I posted one today. Go check those videos out. They did the trophy presentation and the ceremony and all that after the game on the field. I posted a little bit of that, man. Shouts out to the Coca-Cola bear, by the way. He was in the press box. I actually got a picture with the Coca-Cola bear. I don't want to post that because I was looking real big, cheesy, big jaws. I was happy. I was like a kid, you know. But all in all, man, it was great. Shouts out to Jack State, man. They did their thing. Great game. Came down to the last play. And another reason I was excited, man. I know a lot of people may not or may know who this is. The kid in the middle, that's Brock. That's Brock Rechsteiner. Brock Rechsteiner. But the guy right next to him, that's his dad. That is WWE Hall of Famer Scott Big Papa Pump Steiner. Yeah, he was right there supporting his kid last night. Soon as I walked on the field, I already knew who he was, right? You can't miss the gold tee. You can't miss that. You know exactly who that is when you walk up to him. Very nice guy, man. I talked to him, chopped it up with him for a bit. And Brock actually told me he's going to go to WWE. If he don't get if he don't make an NFL team, he's going to WWE with his cousin, Braun Breaker, right? That's his cousin. That's family right there. If you watch wrestling like I do, Braun Breaker is Rick Steiner's son. Scott Steiner, that's his son right there. So the family genes are strong, right? It's strong. So I expect him to do great things, whatever he does. If he gets picked up by an NFL team or him going to the WWE, great athlete. He even caught a touchdown last night. And I was glad to see that, man. I was really glad to see that. Nice young kid too, man. So the final score of the game was Jacksonville State 17, Troy 13. And like I said, it came down to the last drive of the game, last play of the game. Troy, had a heave for the end zone. It was a great pass, great opportunity. They just couldn't catch it. So it was a lot of opportunities in this game for either team that could have won. I got some impact players I'm going to speak on. Then I'm going to give you the rundown of it. But shouts out to Ra Thomas, wide receiver for Troy, number 7. He announced he's declaring for the NFL draft. And he had a pretty good game last night, too. Matter of fact, let's pull up these numbers. Let's go ahead and pull this up right now. And let me move this off the screen. Make sure you guys, if you're tuning in right now, make sure you hit the like button, man. Subscribe to this channel. Share this to somebody, a Troy fan, a Jack State fan, or just a college football fan. Or if you like Alabama football, because these are 2 teams from the state of Alabama, an old rivalry from back in the day. This was the first time these teams played since 2001. First time they played since 2001. So, and it turned out to be a very, very competitive game right there. So, checking out the game leaders. Let me pull this up on my end so I can see it. So, the MVP, Hold on. I forgot to tell you guys who won the MVP. I'm sorry. There he is right there. Oh, Caden Creel, quarterback right there, number 12 for Jack State. He went 14 for 20, 173 yards and a touchdown. And he played a very efficient game. You know, it wasn't like over the top. He did what he had to do to win. So got to give him props. And I expected him to play well, and he did. But he won the MVP of the game. Now let's get back to these stats. All right. So Christian Lando was the running back. Cam Cook did not play. Number 4, Cam Cook. I know I talked a lot about him. He had like 1,700 yards rushing on the season, a whole bunch of touchdowns. He opted out of the game. I don't know if he's going to go to the next level or is he going to go to another team. I'm not sure, but he did not play on last night. So Christian Lando got the start. And let me look up Christian Lando. Hold on real quick. Christian Lando is a red shirt freshman, by the way. And where is Christian from? I got the notes right here. He is from is he from Atlanta? He's from Cartersville, Georgia. Okay, Cartersville, Georgia. So Christian Lando played a very good game, solid, 44 yards on the ground. This kid had 101 yards receiving on 6 receptions. I actually thought he could have won MVP. DeAndre Johnson, 6'8". Man, red shirt sophomore. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to play for a big-time school. I don't know if he's going to be in the portal. I don't know what his future holds. But DeAndre Johnson, number 11, wide receiver. I'm telling you, if you saw the game, you know what I'm talking about. This kid, he's 6'8". He's tall. He's a giant out there, but he can catch the ball. He's got long strides, and he was out there doing it. Could nobody really stop him last night? And he had 100 yards, led everybody in receiving, 6 receptions. They took a couple of deep shots to him. Pass interference could have been called on one of them. The coach was livid. You know, he actually got a 15-yard penalty. But all in all, man, yeah, he was one of my impact players on the day. Also got a sack from who was that sack from? Walker Osteen. He got the sack, and Mark Woods had 8 tackles on the game. So let's go to Troy's side. Now Troy, they played 2 quarterbacks. They played Goose Crowder, but for the most part, Tucker Kilcrease, he got most of the burn, 116 yards passing, but he threw 2 interceptions, 12 for 23. Is that Daniel Palmer? Let me see who was the Palmer kid that had for Troy. Dennis Palmer, he got most yards. He had 37 yards on 8 carries. Ra Thomas, 52 yards on 5 receptions. And Jordan Stringer had 16 tackles, by the way. Jordan Stringer was a dog. He was all over the place last night. So all in all, those were some of the impact players. And let's look at the team stats. All right, team stats. It was pretty even. If you look, it's right there. The numbers do not lie. So first downs, both teams had 15, right? Third down efficiency, Troy was terrible. 2 for 12, 1 for 3 on 4th down. That's kind of how Troy lost the game, to be honest. You know, they were terrible on 3rd down and 4th down. At least Jack State kept some drives alive because they were 8 for 17 from the in 3rd downs. Passing yards, Troy 129, Jack State 173. The 2 interceptions by Troy were really critical. Jack State had 100 yards rushing. Troy had 88. Both teams only had like 2.8 yards a carry, 2.4. So nothing big in the running game. Penalties, it could have called more penalties, but they kind of let them play a little bit. It was a little heated out there. Referees gave them a little leeway, and that kind of angered some of the coaches because you felt like pass interference could have been called, holding could have been called. But I like that they let them play. I actually like that they kind of let them play last night. And then the one turnover for Jack State was just a crazy play. They try to flea flicker where you get a ball to the running back, he pitches it back to the quarterback to kind of try to fake something out and take a shot down the field. And it was a sack fumble right in the end zone. And that was a touchdown for Troy. So that was the only touchdown for Troy, by the way. They did not score an offensive touchdown. They kicked 2 field goals, and they got the sack fumble in the end zone, which was a TD. So, I mean, Troy left a lot out there. They left a lot of meat on the bone out there, man. I mean, you possess the ball for almost 30 minutes and you get no touchdowns on offense. That's not good, you know. So, Jack State won the game. I mean, they worked for it, but they tried to give it away. They really did. A fake punt. They didn't convert on the fake punt. You know, like I mentioned, that sack fumble. A couple things happened that, you know, uncharacteristic that a better team would have took advantage of. So, but all in all, it was a good competitive game. I would say that for sure. And that's your champions right there, man. You salute the Veterans Bowl champions, Jack State. Last year, South Alabama won this game. So you got two Alabama teams to win the Salute the Veteran Bowl trophy in 2 straight years. This game used to be called the Camellia Bowl. They changed it 2 years ago, and now it will be called the Salute the Veterans Bowl. For sure. What's up, Efron? For sure. What's going on with you? Yeah, they can play. Most definitely. Most definitely, man. That was a really, really good game last night. Shouts out to you, Melvin. Roll Tide. Tide better roll on Friday. I tell you that. I tell you that. So all in all, man, from my notes, let's see what I got from my notes. I really just wrote down what happened on every drive. I'm not gonna go through all that. I'm just gonna give you some of the good stuff. But the attendance for the game was 15,000. 15,729 to be exact was the total attendance for the game last night. It was a great turnout on a Tuesday night. Tuesday night, it was cold, late kickoff, and they showed up. They showed up in the Gump, and it was a great sight to see. A lot of media for the game. Press box was full. Sidelines were full. I mean, they were from all over the state, all the newspapers and the local news stations and, you know, all the outlets. This was the game to watch last night. I mean, I feel sorry for the people who went to sleep on and you missed a good one. I was excited for the game by reason, you know. Ephraim, it was in the Gump. It was in the Gump, Ephraim, at the historic Crampton Bowl. Right here at home, baby. That's where it was at. So, yeah, for sure. And in case you probably missed it, that was the look right there. That was the press box view from me right there. That's like midway, probably early second quarter right there. That's the view. So, yeah, man, it was great turnout, great game. Let's see. I thought I had something else to show you guys. Let's see. I didn't get all my pictures. But go check out my social media. I posted a lot of pictures. You know, check out the Twitter at young_ENT_. Check out the Instagram, Sports Talk JB. Got a lot of that on there. But I know at the press conference after the game, the coach for Jack State, he said he wished they could keep this rivalry. This is an old rivalry from like years ago. These teams played a long time. You know, this is nothing new. And he was like, he wished they could continue, you know, just play this game every year. Why can't we play this game every year? You know, it's not like this could be like they're not in the same conference because Troy's in the Sun Belt. Jack State is in Conference USA. But you can still play them every year. Why not? Do a home and home. You can easily do a home and home. Or y'all can make this a classic and play it in Crampton Bowl. Just make it a classic. Play the first game of the season here, right? Now I know Crown Bowl has the FCS kickoff they've been doing for the past couple years. I covered that game when they had UC Davis here. Y'all remember that game, beginning of the season, that the game that was not a game because the lightning delay was so long, they called the game off, right? So that was the FCS kickoff. Why not do a kickoff game with two teams, two in-state rivals, out of conference game? That'll be a great idea. Make it like Labor Day weekend. Make it the first game of the year. Why not? Right? Or you could just do the home and home. If y'all don't want to meet in the Gump, do the home and home. Now, Alabama State, the team I cover, you guys know, the team I cover, they play at Troy next season. So they have to go to Troy next season. That'll be a good test for Alabama State. So I wonder how many of the players are going to come back for Troy. I wonder what Goose Crowder's going to do and, some of the other guys on Troy's team because they have some good players, man. That Jordan Stringer, number 11, that linebacker, he's a beast, man. He's an absolute beast. Justin Poe, he's another one. Yeah, they got some good plays. That Peyton Higgins, number 2, he's a solid receiver. And I wish Raw Thomas all the best, man. He's been at Georgia. He played at Mississippi State. He had his issues off the field, But I wish him well. I wish Raw Thomas well. Had a good season at Troy. He was the leading receiver. Yeah. And they did. Troy did beat LSU before. Absolutely. Troy can play. They can play ball. Jack State can too. Jack State just showed you, yeah, we can play. This team was good. Jack State was in the Conference USA Championship. They lost to Kennesaw State. But Troy was also in the Sun Belt Championship. They lost to James Madison, who will be playing Saturday in a college football playoff. So, these teams were no slouch. Good defensive battle. Not a lot of offense, but it was just a good, solid game where you didn't know who was going to win the game until the last. I figured who got the ball last was going to win, right? I figured that. And let me give a shout out to Caleb Nix. That's Bo Nix' brother. He's a safety for Jack State. Wears number 1. I think he's a senior because he was at Clemson for like 3 years, right? So he came to Jack State, get some playing time. He was a starting safety, and he had about 8 tackles last night. But the one tackle, the biggest tackle of this game, was on a kickoff return because DJ Epps for Troy was about to take it to the house. He had crossed midfield. He only had like one person to beat, and that was Caleb Nix, and he got him down. He saved the touchdown, and theoretically he saved the game because if Troy scores, if he runs that kick back, it's 20-17, meaning Jack State had to get the ball and go down there at least kick a field goal to send this to overtime. And when he ran that back, I wrote it in my notes. Let me go. It's the 4th quarter. Let me go to my notes right here. And I actually wrote down that Caleb Nix saved the game. Let me see if I can find it. I put it somewhere in my notes. Let's see. Can't find it. I should have just went by the whole thing. Okay, here we go. I think it was after the last score for Jack State. So when Jack State scored, that's when the kickoff return. After Jack State scored that touchdown, he saved it. He actually saved the game. So, man, that 4th quarter was really good. I swear it was. The whole game was good, by the way. The whole game. What's up with you, TJ? I see you. What's up with your brother? We just recapping this thing, man. For the most part, like I say, congratulations to both teams, but Jack State got it done. This was a great game, and I hope they continue to play. If they had this game every year and they played in Montgomery, I will go every year. Make it a classic, right? So I don't know who I need to talk to for that, but at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they got to do anyway. I will be in Troy next September when Alabama State plays at Troy. I will definitely be there for sure to support my Hornets and to see what Troy has for them. You know, I don't know exactly what day that game is going to be on, but I know it's on the schedule, and the schedule hadn't come out yet. So when the schedule comes out, I will let you guys know. You will be the first to know when Alabama State schedule comes out next season. Speaking of Alabama State, make sure y'all tune in maybe tomorrow, but coming real soon. I'm going to do a show because we had guys leaving for the portal, man. They're still leaving, right? We got a lot of players in the portal. So I'm going to kind of recap some of the players that's in the transfer portal for Alabama State. We got a lot of reloading to do as far as getting the team back together, getting ready for the spring. I'm going to be all into that. The transfer portal opens January 2nd. From January 2nd to January 16th, you got that 14-day window where all the guys in the portal, you can go get them, right? You can go get them. They can sign with teams and whatnot. But right now, you can get in the portal, but you can't go with another team until January 2nd, officially, right? So make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because you never know when another show might pop up, right? I might pop up with a show. You just never know. Put the notifications on. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the shows are scheduled, because sometimes I might not schedule a show to the same day like I did this one. So make sure you guys do that. And subscribe to the channel, man. Share this to your people. You know, do what you got to do, man. Keep Sports Talking with JB in the algorithm. I got a big announcement coming up soon. I'm not going to make it on this show tonight. I'm going to wait till we get more live people on so everybody can hear the announcement, because I don't want to just spirit of announcement to y'all. But I really appreciate everybody for the birthday wishes, by the way, man. My birthday has passed a couple days ago, but it's still December. So technically, like some of the people always do, they like to celebrate their birthday for the whole month. I ain't gonna do that, but it's still my week. So it's my birthday week, man. I appreciate y'all. Everybody for all the birthday wishes y'all showed me, you know, either on the channel, you know, through text, through social media or whatnot. I appreciate everybody for wishing me a happy birthday on Monday. Now, the next show, I don't know when the next show is going to be. You guys just have to stay tuned, right? Just stay tuned. Now, next week, Sports Talking with JB will be back on Tuesday night. I can tell you that. Me and my podcast partner, DJ Seaway, will be back next Tuesday night to give you guys a live show like we always do. And you just make sure you guys just stay tapped in, man. Just stay tapped in, because you just never know when I'm going to come back and what I'm going to come back with. So it's very important that you guys stay tapped in with me. With all that being said, I'm tired. I'm going to lay it down early tonight. But thank you guys for watching the show. I really appreciate it. I'm your boy JB, man, host of Sports Talking with JB. I'll see you guys soon, and I appreciate everybody for watching. God bless, and y'all have a good one.